Born June 21st in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Upon graduating high school, she moved to Vancouver to pursue a career in acting. She landed small roles on such series as True Calling and Stargate SG-1, before landing the role of Lois Lane on the hit CW series, Smallville. Please welcome, super hottie, Erica Durance.
Erica Durance, where have you been?
Well, many people have asked me that question.
What is the answer? Is it existential or is it literal?
Well, we could go on and on. I think right now, to be logical, I'm in Vancouver and it's about 6:30 in the morning.
I love Vancouver.
Have you been out here before?
Yeah, I've been out to the aquarium out there. I've been bungee jumping on Vancouver Island, and I've been to, was it Gastown?
Wow, bungee jumping. That sounds exciting.
Come on, you never been out to the bridge on Vancouver Island?
No.
Well, you're Canadian or you're British? You're from Alberta?
I'm from Alberta. Yes, we don't bungee jump in Alberta. I need to step up and do some of those crazy life activities.
What do you do? Come on, you're in Smallville. You're a beautiful young actress. Everything is good for you. Why would you not go try that stuff?
Well, I don't know. I guess I'll have to. I'll book it this weekend.
Listen, get it done. And also, go by the Sea Aquarium and check out the beluga whales. Have you been to your Sea Aquarium in Vancouver?
Yes, I have. Yes.
How cool are those little beluga whales?
Oh, they're so cute. I've taken my son there, and he loves it.
Here's the weirdest experience I had. I have multiple memories of Vancouver. The best-looking prostitutes I've ever seen on the street. Because I said to the cab driver, I said, man, there's a lot of cute girls just walking around. He goes, they're all prostitutes, eh? I was like, really? And then the other thing, I sat next to some crazy old Asian gentleman who had a bag of nuts, and these huge, fat black squirrels would run up on his legs, and I just sat next to him. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't. You have the wildest experience of Vancouver ever.
And he was
black squirrels all over him?
Covered in giant, fat black squirrels that would come up and get the nuts out of his hand. And
wow.
I sat and watched that crazy old bastard for 45 minutes before I went to that's why I went to see the beluga whales, and then jumped in a car and went out to Vancouver Island and bungee jumped.
And then you came back and drove through the streets and looked at the pretty prostitutes, and then...
What am I going to do, give you a tour of your own town?
Apparently I've missed that one.
What did you do yesterday with yourself?
What did I do with myself yesterday? I picked my mother up from the airport, and my sister's having another baby.
Congratulations.
So, thank you. And so I spent a lot of family time, and then I took care of my son and dropped him off at school and visited some friends and went on a mini hike.
I would have a mini hike. Well, at least you got out a little bit. Listen, I would expect more of you. I mean, this is your Lois Lane in Smallville. All new episodes of KCWE, Kansas City, 7 o'clock. The young Superman, the whole deal. I would have somehow thought that you would have a more exciting life. I didn't even know you had a son. You're 30 years old, correct?
Yes.
And how old's your boy?
He's 10. Now, he's my stepson, but I call him son because I've been around since he's about 2.
Sure. So you...
And I think my life is pretty darn exciting. Things can get a little rough between the mothers at soccer and baseball games. I've gotten into the fray. That's a whole different kind of of fighting.
Do you ever have to brawl with the other soccer moms because your kid doesn't get to play as much, or they say something snarky?
You know, it's been pretty good this year. I did snap a little bit. My son got clocked and punched, and his legs flew up in the air, and the ref didn't do anything. And I have to say, I had a moment.
Good for you. Good. Did you
charge? I went a little crazy, and then the field marshal went after me, and then I went after the field marshal.
That's excellent. What did you say to him? Did you cuss?
Well, I tried to keep it G-rated because there was a lot of little kids around, but I just started yelling at her and at the ref, and then the field marshal came in, got in my face, and I totally did that cool like black chick thing where you stick your hand up in their face.
Did your head go back and forth?
Yeah, I was like, where is this coming from? I'm about as white as you can get. But I guess I tapped into something.
Yeah.
You stop talking to me right now.
So what happened then? Did you get ejected?
Well, luckily it was near the end of the game, but then everybody else came in, and then there was a whole group of people surrounding the little ref, thinking I was going to try to take her out.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, it was just mayhem. So now everybody, of course, is teasing me every game that I go to that I have to sit off by myself and count to 10. You've
been put in the timeout box. You've been put in timeout, period.
Yeah, pretty much. But, I figure, somebody punches my kid in the face, nobody does anything, I'm going to say so.
Yeah, you got to whip an ass. Erica Durance, by the way, if you're just joining the show from Smallville.
Yeah, talking about fighting with soccer.
Lois Lane. And, well, look, you went superhero. You went straight stiletto, didn't you?
I went full-on crazy confrontational stiletto girl.
Good for you, stiletto, by the way. Let's tie this in. It's
Yes.
She's pretending to be a superhero stiletto on the show now because it gets exclusives on the big stories. But Superman, of course, is worried you're going to get hurt by the bad guys.
Yes, and he's worried I'm going to, cause more problems, which, of course, Lois does. But it starts out, Lois gets this idea to become the superhero, and she has this apparent talent to sew things because she puts together this head-to-toe leather outfit, which is just... It's so fantastic. It's so cartoon. I love it. They did such a great job with it. And, and then she gets into a lot of problems. And so, see, that's why my life is pretty tame, because at work I'm flying through windows and kicking people and rolling around. So I fulfill that part of the, excitement of things.
When's the last time you kicked another girl's ass in real life?
Oh, my gosh. Well, the field marshal, that was pretty close. But I haven't done a full-out brawl since I was in high school, and that was just involving sports. So every decade or so, I really lose it.
You should have went hockey style on it, even though it was soccer. Like pull the jersey over her head, and then when you got her. I mean, you're Canadian, you know the style.
Oh, I do.
Yeah,
it would have been awesome.
You go hockey style on him, Coogan.
Everybody would have known, and all the games would have stopped, and all the fathers would have been like, awesome.
You'll have to explain hockey style to Coogan. She's not sure what we're talking about.
Well, what you do is you drop your gloves, but if you don't have the gloves, you just grab whatever they're wearing, like shirt, and you pull it over the back and over their face, and that way they're blinded, and then you just start punching them.
Wow,
that would have worked.
I fell in love with you a little bit just then, Erica. Listen, you know what? I think you figured it out. Because you're not really Hollywood at all, are you? You got this hit TV show. You're working all the time. You got a great life, but you're still going to soccer games. What about your stints in rehab and your TMZs and going to clubs without your panties?
I know. I got to remember that's on my to-do list. That's in my day planner.
You're gonna get that done after soccer?
Yeah, you know what I mean. Get my kid off to play with someone, and then get on down Vancouver. Maybe check out some of the prostitutes and start drinking.
Guys, everybody watch his show, KCWE, 7 o'clock Kansas City time. She plays Lois Lane on Smallville. And Erica, you're welcome here anytime. You get down all the way to the Midwest, you stop by here. We'll hockey fight.
Will do.
All right. Erica Durant.
How it's done.